run a little bit faster because at this pace I won't cover. Number 2, reset your priorities. So again, number 1, realign your vision. Number 2, reset your priorities. One of the operative principles that work in the mountain of business is pragmatism, realism. So there must be a new pecking order in the things that you do. That is to say, you must be able to look at all the opportunities and possibilities before you and ask yourself, which one must come first? Which one should take more of your time in order to be able to succeed and do well? You know, the popular William Shakespeare quotation is that there is a tide in the affairs of men, which when seized or taken leads on to fortunes. Now, because tides are not always there forever, you must be able to understand that at a particular momentum, you must understand this is what you need to focus your energies on in order to be able to appropriate the most of it. So you must reset your priorities. You know, we were having a conversation with our excellent moderator, Pastor Barbara. Can you please clap for her? She always does an excellent job. She was sharing with us how she had to reappraise or realign and reset her priorities in her communications business by reason of the COVID. Number 3, reappraise ongoing projects. So one more time. Number 1, realign your vision. Number 2, reset your priorities. Number 3, reappraise ongoing projects. Concerning your projections, your expenditure, the spending of your time and resources, when there are crisis situations, you must sit down and not insist on continuing the way things have always been. You've got to reappraise current projects and do either of the following 4 things. It's either you continue the project, postpone the project, stop or suspend that project, or scrap or cancel the project altogether. Let me give you an instance. The COVID suddenly made the world to see that you can do a lot of business either totally online or hybrid. So depending on the kind of business, and it depends on what kind of, for instance, those who are in logistics, the supply chain industry, realized they needed more mobility, more warehousing. Meanwhile, within the same time, some kind of business realized they didn't need formal offices anymore, because as online purchases went up, the need for excellence delivery services necessitated the purchase of certain things. Meanwhile, for some kind of business, they started letting go their real estate offices. Even the church suddenly realized much better than before that we can actually reach more people through technology than physical buildings. So the point is, the church needed now the hybrid. We need physical locations, but we also needed to be strong in technology. Last night we had over 1,000 people live on YouTube. I want you to think of the cost it took us to be on YouTube compared to an auditorium that will sit 1,000 people. In the same way, there are all kinds of realignment that must be done. For instance, there are certain businesses that operate the network system. They hardly spend money on advertising. Rather, they pass on the profit that would have used for advertising to profiting for people who patronize them. That's a strategy. That's reappraising projects and looking at where you put your scarce resources.